It has been revealed that dozens of Metropolitan Police officers are still in the force despite vetting being revoked. We're going to read into this exclusive from The Independent, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an exclusive from The Independent with the headline: It's been revealed that dozens of Metropolitan Police officers are still in the force despite vetting being revoked. Politicians and campaigns have warned trust in Britain's largest police force has never been lower. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. Excuse me. So we know... we've covered various stories about the Metropolitan Police, and I have said about how poor that the police force has been running not just the Metropolitan Police, but many police forces in England in general. And the vast majority of police officers have let us down. There have been numerous cases, unfortunately, when it comes to the police and how they have responded to crimes and how distrust has really grown within the police. There's a lot of cases now where many people just simply will not pick up the phone and contact the police for help because they don't feel they're going to come and help them, or quite frankly they just don't trust the police to help them anymore. And it's a real sad state of affairs. That trust has been broken, that trust has been lost for a lot of people. Too many times they feel that they have been let down, or too many times they feel that the police are just in it for themselves and not for the benefit of the safety of the public. And this just compounds and highlights the issues regarding the police service. I've always said the Metropolitan Police is been really bad, and for me, it's not enough for me to be reformed. It needs to be broken up, needs to be ripped apart. And we need to have a new police force built from scratch. I've covered this numerous times, that the police force should be disbanded and a new one should take its place. That's what I think should be done with stricter, more controlled training, and given everything. And the police force needs to be given the training, the special treatment, and there needs to be more of a community feel. There needs to be more of a connection to the areas that they are patrolling a lot more. Because too many times there's not enough of that now between police officers and locals. A lot of that is broken. Some places still have it, but it's just not. It's a lot of places it's not there, and people turn away from the police rather than look to the police for help. It's a sorry state of affairs, and what more can I add to that? It really is. So dozens of Metropolitan Police officers remain in the force after having their vetting withdrawn, The Independent can reveal. The convictions of serial rapist David Carrick and rapist and murderer Wayne Couzens, both serving officers when they committed their crimes, exposed deficiencies in the recruitment process of Britain's largest police force. Last March, the Met launched an Operation Assured, which assesses the vetting of service officers and staff which concerns have been pinpointed about their conduct. Information obtained under the freedom Information obtained under the Freedom of Information law shows that in the last 5 years, 53 police officers had their vetting withdrawn while serving in the Met. 53 of them. Of those, 30 are undergoing appeals, 12 had their appeals dismissed and are awaiting performance hearings, and 11 have left the force due to resigning, retiring, or being dismissed. So some have copped out as opposed to avoiding facing the consequences of their actions. And once they left the force, there's no follow-up, there's no chase-up. That's it. They're gone, sort of thing. Is that it? Is that how it is? Because of complaints against them? The Met stopped short of confirming whether officers in the force are suspended, but a spokesperson said, if we have information about an officer is involved in a corrupt or abusive behaviour, we review their vetting and remove if it's justified. After removal of vetting, officers can no longer perform their roles or access any police systems and face gross incompetence proceedings. The Conservative MP Caroline Nooks, who chairs Parliament's Women's and Equality Committee, said, It's crucially important that the Met Police restore the confidence of women and girls across the capital, and it needs to do so with the utmost transparency. Following high-profile criminal cases against serving Met officers, trust in the Mets has never been lower. And I could not agree more. And by the way, that's a Conservative MP that was saying that as well. The Metropolitan Police was placed in special measures even before a review by Baroness Casey in the wake of the killing of Sarah Everard by Couzens, which found it to be institutionally misogynistic, racist, and homophobic. And we know this yet. When we know when this has been going on for ages, and they keep saying we've changed, we've learned from this, we're going to get better. We've heard that all before, guys. The force has faced fierce criticism over the case of Carrick, who serves as an officer for over 2 decades before being exposed as one of the country's worst sex offenders. The serial rapist faced complaints about his behaviour while both serving and before he became an officer, yet no action was taken. Why? Why was no action taken? Again, data shows a backlog of 397 misconduct cases in the Met Police yet to be heard, an increase of 42% since October. Some 344 officers remain in the force while waiting for their cases to begin. Natalia Whittaker, the Labour MP for Nottingham East, said the public would rightfully expect that any police officer whose vetting had been revoked should at least be suspended. She called for the Met Police to urgently clarify whether or not this is the case, and she warned that the lack of clarity will further fuel the public mistrust of the force. Well, it's already at an all-time low, so why not just shoot it down even further? Because, you know, it doesn't, to them, it's like they're not going to change. It feels like, yeah, it doesn't matter in some part. That's how some people are feeling, like it doesn't matter at this point because there is nothing that the Met Police can do that will make me gain their trust. And I'm sure many of you in the comment section will say, is there anything that the Met Police can do to regain your trust? And many of you will probably say no, because I just don't have that trust anymore. And if they come knocking on my door, I'm not going to talk to them. I don't want to have discussion with them because I simply don't have that trust anymore. Habib Kareli, Executive Director of police reform charity Stopwatch, said, police chiefs, as a matter of principle, owe it to the public to be transparent about the decisions they're making regarding the conduct of their officers. Yeah. People seeking to abuse women and girls are likely to be attracted to policing. It has access to power and equipment that can be used to perpetrate this abuse. Met Police rolled out Operation Assure last April and is currently reviewing the vetting of around 200 officers. Amy Borrell of domestic abuse charity Refugee, with which the Independent has partnered, said the Met's failure to act proportionately and potential police operations of violence against women and girls puts women and girls' lives at real risk. She added the police urgently needs to acknowledge that people seeking to abuse women and girls are likely to be attracted to policing, as it has access to power and equipment that can be used to perpetrate this abuse. The Independent last year revealed 3/4 of police officers and staff accused of violence against women were not suspended by their force, despite the allegations against them. In the Met Police, just 12% of officers and staff were suspended after being accused of crimes such as sexual assault and domestic violence. Police Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley has admitted to inadequate vetting and noted police officers are not regulated by conventional employment law. A damning report by HM Inspector of Constabulary from 2022 found hundreds, if not thousands, of police officers who should have failed vetting checks may have been in the job in England and Wales. The watchdog discovered many cases where individuals should not have been permitted to become police officers, including some with organised crime connections and predatory sex offenders. Why are they... This is, again, the continuation, and I'm so sick of this. Why are they continuing to cover for these people? It just shows the culture. There is a culture problem within the Metropolitan Police as well. It's not just a case of them not vetting them. It's not just a case of the investigations themselves. There is literally a culture within the police to protect, these people. That's what it is. There are people in the police force who have power, who know what is going on, or are being a part of this problem, and need to be ratted out and need to be held accountable to this. These independent bodies that are supposed to be watching over them, well, clearly they're not doing a good enough job. They're not independent enough, because too many people are either getting laid off or their appeals disappear and they're able to either carry on doing what they're doing, or they get dismissed and they go about their lives as if nothing ever happened to them, that they never sexually put their hand somewhere where they shouldn't have done, or said something that they shouldn't have done. Oh, we can't chase them up now because they're no longer part of the Met. What? Wait, what? What about what happened to me? You know? I really hope that if an incoming Labour government does come in, they will address these issues and actually do something about this. I'm not holding my breath on it. I know I'm holding my breath on it, guys. I'm not expecting miracles, but something needs to be done. Like, how many more decades do we need to realise that people don't feel safe under the Metropolitan Police and some of our police services up and down England? When is the wake up call going to come, guys? It's just continuously, time after time after time, these stories have come out, and again and again and again, they keep saying that we're doing reviews, that we're making changes, we've learnt from our mistakes, and yet here we are again and again and again. I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. What do you guys make of this? What do you guys make of the police's vetting process? What do you guys make of some of the officers are still in force despite vetting? Some of these complaints are just kind of like, and some of them just simply disappear, leave the force, and there's no accountability whatsoever. How frustrating is this? Let me know your thoughts and more in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video, and subscribe because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me in the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope to catch you all very, very soon.